Hello and welcome to the ECF Experts Live. My name is Dalton.
And my name is Chandler.
Mine is Sam.
Today we'll talk about the ECF Awards, our Heisman Watch, the Ask the Experts segment, our picks, and of course a brand new segment. Let us begin with the ECF Awards. Next week we will announce the winner of the ECF Player of the Year. Tied at third place for this award is, with 17 votes, Tim Tebow and Mark Ingram, and our leader, Colt McCoy with 19 votes. We have just created this week the ECF Coach of the Year, the ECF Offensive Player of the Year, and the ECF Defensive Player of the Year. In the lead for our ECF Coach of the Year is Nick Saban. Tied for the lead for the ECF Offensive Player of the Year is Mark Ingram and Colt McCoy. And finally, for the Defensive Player of the Year, tied for the lead is Demakakong Saw and Brandon Spikes. Now we will introduce our new segment called Speed Rush. In Speed Rush, we will answer a bunch of questions in 2 minutes. Please set the clock to 2 minutes. To begin, Chandler, who do you think is the top contender for the Notre Dame coaching job?
Okay, at first I was going to say Bob Stoops, but he said he's going to stay at Oklahoma, so never mind. I'm going to say Brian Kelly.
Sam, your question is, was it the right decision to add 1 second to the clock for the Texas versus Nebraska game?
Yes, it was. I saw the replay. It was just a great decision by the refs.
Okay.
Which was the biggest championship surprise?
I would say that Nebraska almost defeated Texas in the Big 12 championship game was the biggest surprise of all the championship games. Chandler, which game was the biggest upset of the season?
The biggest upset of the season, I'm keeping what I picked last year. It's going to be USC versus Washington because it didn't look like Washington would win that game, but they won.
You meant last week. Is it possible for a non-BCS team to make it to the national championship?
Right now it's not possible, but starting next year, I think Boise State or TCU can make it, or Utah.
Is it possible for the...
Dalton. Is it possible for the Gators and Crimson Tide to meet in the national championship?
I would say no, because they face each other in the SEC championship, and they both will probably not be ranked 1 and 2. Chandler, should there be a concussion rule in NCAA football?
There should. There totally should. They should have to sit out 1 week at least, because unless they have no memory problems, they have no problems after that concussion.
Okay. Sam, which team was the biggest surprise this season?
Without a doubt, Temple. They were projected to barely win a game, and they pretty much won their conference.
Okay. And
Dalton, do you think Bobby Bowden should have retired?
I say yes, even though I say yes because he had a superior career and he needs to spend time with his wife. And now we will do our bonus question, which all 3 of us will answer. Our bonus question. Our bonus question is, do you think Florida will go to the Sugar Bowl, and if so, who will they face? Sam, what's your answer?
Florida should go to the Sugar Bowl, and they're going to face TCU. They're going to face TCU without a doubt. It's Florida lost Alabama fair and square. They're going to the Sugar Bowl to face TCU.
Chandler?
Florida, without a doubt, is going to the Sugar Bowl. They're going to face TCU. It's just an easy answer.
Yeah, I think Florida's going to the Sugar Bowl, but I defer from their opponent. I say it's going to be Cincinnati. So I think that will be a very great matchup. Okay, now we will give you guys our Heisman Watch. Sam, what is yours?
At number 1, I got Colt McCoy, great QB. Number 2, Tim Tebow, despite an okay performance at Alabama. And number 3, Mark Ingram. He had a great performance against Florida, but still I put Colt and Tim before.
Okay, Chandler?
Well, I'm putting Mark Ingram at number 1. This wouldn't be happening, him at number 1, if it weren't for the Florida defense not being able to tackle him. At number 2, I'm putting Tim Tebow, because even though he didn't have a bad performance, he had an alright performance against Alabama. He still got 2 touchdowns, I think. So, yeah. At number 3, last, is Colt McCoy, because he really should have done better against Nebraska.
Okay. Mine at number 1 is Mark Ingram dominated the Florida defense. Number 2, Colt McCoy. Although he didn't perform up to his ability, he still deserves the number 2 spot. And Tim Tebow, he knows nowhere close to his ability. He didn't run the ball well, so I moved him down to number 3. Now we will do our Ask the Expert segment. Here is a question from a viewer named Jason. His question was, when do you think a non-BCS team will go to the national championship? Sam, what is your answer to that?
Probably around 2-3 years. I don't think the BCS system has established the spot where they can actually let a non-BCS team go to the national championship, but in a couple years it'll happen.
And Chandler, what's your answer?
2 or 3 years, like Sam. Boise State does have the potential to go to a national championship, but the BCS system doesn't let them. TCU has the potential. Cincinnati has the potential.
Yeah, but they're BCS.
Yeah, but they are a BCS team. But, TCU and Boise State have the potential to go there, but the BCS system doesn't let them.
This could take quite some time for them to be able to, the system to be able to choose a non-BCS team to head to the national championship. So I'm not looking for that to happen anytime soon at all. Now we will do our picks. And the only game this week is Army versus Navy. Chandler, what is your pick?
I am picking Navy. I can't pick Army with, they just haven't had as great of a season, so I really can't pick Army. So I'm picking Navy in this one.
Okay, I agree on that pick. Navy will win, but Army will not fight. I know the bowl selection show is tonight on ESPN at 8 p.m., but if it wasn't tonight, Army would be definitely fighting for a bowl spot, because they're 5-6 currently. And Sam, who do you pick?
This is a huge rivalry game for both of these schools. Army just doesn't have any potential at all. Navy's gonna win and win and win and win.
Okay.
And win.
We hope you guys enjoyed our show. Please be sure to watch our bowl projection special and visit everythingcollegefootball.weebly.com. My name is Dalton.
Mine's Chandler.
And mine's Sam, signing off.
Goodbye from our alternate studio for the ECF Experts Live.
Go Navy.
Bye-bye.
Go Navy! Woo!